Movement is what adds the most meaningful dimension to the existence of any living thing. The search for food, for light, for belonging, for purpose. And somewhere in the ocean, there's a tiny creature that epitomizes this very rule, presenting the sea squirt. When it's young, the sea squirt looks almost like a tadpole. It has everything a vertebrate should have. It has like a notochord, a primitive spinal cord, even a tiny nervous system capable of self-learning. In fact, it starts life as one of us. The sea squirt belongs to the phylum Chordata, which is the same vast family that gave rise to fish, reptiles, birds, and eventually humans. But once it finds a permanent home, it undergoes a shocking transformation. It reabsorbs its tail and dissolves its nervous system. Its brain, once the control center of curiosity, is now considered nothing more than nourishment to power its final transformation. From a wandering vertebrate, it becomes a stationary invertebrate. It has no reason to think, to move, or to change. And for the rest of its life, it just sits there, pumping seawater. ഫിസിയോളജിക്കൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എവല്യൂഷണറി പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ ബ്രെയിൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ഹൈലി എക്സ്പെൻസീവ് പീസ് ഓഫ് എക്വിപ്മെൻ്റ് ആണ്. ബിക്കോസ് ദേ ബേൺ എനോമസ് അമൗണ്ട്സ് ഓഫ് എനർജി. ഹ്യൂമൻസിൻ്റെ കാര്യം തന്നെ ഒന്നെടുത്ത് നോക്കുക. ബ്രെയിൻ ഒരു ഹ്യൂമൻ ബോഡിയുടെ 2% മാസ് ആണ് കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ദി എനർജി എക്സ്പെൻഡിച്ചർ it accounts for is 20%. ഇതൊരു ഹ്യൂജ് എനർജി മാസ് ഡിസ്പാരിറ്റി ആണ്. ഈ ഒരു റേഷ്യോ വേറെ ഒരു സ്പീഷീസിനുമില്ല. So if you no longer need to move, think, or make complex decisions, then theoretically that energy can be redirected towards prioritizing survival above anything else. So evolution makes a simple trade. Mobility ഇല്ലാതാക്കുന്നു, അതിന് പകരം efficiency എടുക്കുന്നു. Curiosity or risk-prone behavior is eliminated, and as a consequence of which, endurance is improved. The sea squirt doesn't think anymore. എന്നാലും അത് survive ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. And in the relentlessly ruthless arithmetic of evolution, that is what matters, to ultimately fit into the master universal algorithm. Philosophically, നമ്മളും ഈ സീ സ്ക്വാട്ടും തമ്മിൽ വലിയ വ്യത്യാസമൊന്നുമില്ല. We spend a significant amount of our lives searching too. For stability, for comfort, for that one place where everything feels just right. We scout around, we do some work and make sacrifices just to get there. And when we do, we stop moving, we stop questioning, we stop growing. We call it success, mostly measured in money, but in reality, it's actually a comfort zone, causing us to digest our own potential. That's our little space at the bottom of the sea, pumping seawater. ഇവിടുന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ടാണ് കാര്യങ്ങൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ വിയേർഡ് ആവുന്നത്. ഈ സീ സ്ക്വാട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഏതോ ഒരു കടലിൻ്റെ അടിയിൽ കിടക്കുന്ന എന്തോ ഒരു ജീവിയല്ല. നമ്മുടെ എവല്യൂഷണറി ഫാമിലിയിലെ ഒരു മെമ്പറാണ് ഈ സീ സ്ക്വാട്ട്. Genetic studies show that tunicates or sea squirts are the closest living relatives of vertebrates. That means This simple, brainless blob of a creature shares a common ancestor with you and me. 500 million years ago, somewhere in the primeval oceans, our shared ancestor swam, much like a sea squirt larva. One branch of that family chose to minimize risk and settled for a comfortable existence in stillness. The other kept moving, and millions of generations later built ships, composed symphonies, and blasted satellites into Mars. So, when you see a sea squirt stuck to a rock, remember, it's a reflection of what we could have become if we just stopped being curious. We might never fully understand the millions of years of evolution that has gone into all of us being what we are today. But fundamentally, in some way, our ancestors made an evolutionary choice to make all of it happen. Evolution shaped us under pressure. Our intelligence was born from hunger, danger, and adaptation. Remove those things, and we are, from an evolutionary standpoint, more inclined to make the choice made by the sea squirt at some point. With the advent of AI and high end robotics making a dominating presence in our lives, we are at the precipice of reaching that point. Our thoughts are being thought for us. Our decisions are being made for us. Our work is being done for us. We could be moving towards what I would call a hyper comfort zone. And what happens to the drive that made us human when we stop questioning, stop learning, stop moving forward? Don't we kind of risk dissolving our own potential? Like the sea squirt eating its own brain. Evolution does not pause, it keeps shaping us moment by moment through the choices we make every day, every second of our lives. When curiosity dies, when we anchor ourselves to comfort, we may survive, but we stop evolving. Maybe that's the quiet warning the sea squirt whispers from the deep. Comfort can be the slowest form of extinction, because once we stop evolving, we start dissolving.